The whiskey sour is what I would consider one of these cornerstone cocktails that every bartender and cocktail enthusiast should really know, and I mean master this one. There's only 3 simple ingredients, 4 if you like yours with egg whites, but the variations on this particular cocktail are limitless. We'll talk about cocktail families in the future, but here's an example. If you were to replace the whiskey with rum and the lemon juice with lime juice, all of a sudden you have a daiquiri, or tequila, lime juice, and instead of sweetener, you have Cointreau and you have a margarita. So the possibilities of adapting the simple platform of the sour is limitless. And now we haven't even talked about your ability as a bartender or as a cocktail enthusiast to create your own ingredients. For example, if you were to infuse the spirits, that's a whole new avenue of creativity there, or simple syrups, or even subbing out some of the sugar for, let's say, a demerara sugar or honey. So you can see that there are literally limitless possibilities for this one particular cocktail family called the sour. Now, the true origin of this cocktail is unfortunately lost to time, like many other classic cocktails. The first time this is put in print, though, is in 1862 with Jerry Thomas's Bartender Guide. So needless to say, this is a very, very old recipe. Now, if you go to a cocktail bar and you've never had this cocktail, or you try to make this at home, there's one big question you have to answer. Probably a lot of other ones too, but one big one, and that is if you like your whiskey sour with egg whites or not. Now, me personally, I love egg white cocktails. For this one in particular, it takes off the sharp edges of the acid and the spirit, makes it a much more mellow drink, and it has this kind of creamy texture to the cocktail, which I highly, highly recommend you try at least once. But of course, drink what you like. But today, what I'm going to make for you is a whiskey sour with egg whites. The first thing you're going to do is add 2 ounces of whiskey to a shaker. We're going to follow that up with 1 ounce of lemon juice, 1 ounce of simple syrup, and 3/4 ounce of egg white if you're going to be using egg whites in your cocktail. Next, we're going to go ahead and seal the shaker and give it a really good shake for about 15 seconds. This is going to help build some of that froth in the egg white cocktail, and this step is called the dry shake because we're not adding ice. Now, if you're not using egg whites, you can go ahead and skip this step. So next, we're going to go ahead and open up the cocktail shaker, add ice, and shake again to chill and dilute the drink. Finally, we're going to fine strain this into a coupe or into a rocks glass with ice if you prefer that way. And finally, the last thing to do is just put a little lemon oil across the top of the cocktail, and that is how you make a whiskey sour with egg whites. Cheers, everyone.